In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the initial setup on Google Pixel 9a. So let's go through the first configuration. Once you turn on your phone for the first time, this is what you can see. You will see the welcome message and you can tap over here in order to choose your language. And of course, we can go to accessibility as well in order to, for example, use vision settings, set up with your voice or set up with simple view. However, in this case, we're just gonna use the normal view and we're gonna just press get started in the bottom right corner. Now we have the option to set up this phone by using other device. So if you have your old phone still, you should be able to, for example, copy settings, accounts, and so on. And you can choose to transfer data from your old Pixel phone or any other Android device. Or if you had an Apple device, then you can choose iPhone or iPad. In my case, I'm gonna perform a clean setup, so I'm just gonna skip in the bottom left corner. Now over here, we can connect to Wi-Fi. If you don't have Wi-Fi next to you, near you, then of course you can just set up offline. However, of course, it is still recommended to connect to Wi-Fi for the initial configuration. So essentially, you want to select your network. If for some reason you don't see your network, you might need to press see all Wi-Fi networks over here. So you should be able to find other connections as well. And also we can press add new network in case, for example, you wanted to use the QR code scan over here. So you can enable the scanner here and we can use that instead. Alright, so let's select the connection. And once you enter the password, press connect over here. Once you enter the password and connect to Wi-Fi, you will see this screen that we are getting your phone ready. And this might technically take a couple of minutes, but usually it doesn't take longer than a minute or so. Now we can choose for who you are setting up this phone. So we can choose myself or for my child. I assume that you are setting this phone for yourself, so we're gonna select for myself and proceed. Now let's wait for the next menu. And now we can sign in to our Google account. You can enter the email or phone number over here. In case you don't have Google account yet, then of course we can press create account here. You can also skip this process and sign in later in the settings. So I'm just gonna sign in. And of course, if you decide to sign in, you need to enter the password. Once you enter, press next. In case you forgot your password, you can press forgot password over here on the left side. After that, we need to agree to Google terms of service. So we're gonna press I agree in the bottom right corner. Now we can set up the screen lock. We can choose a PIN code. You can also press screen lock options in order to choose a pattern or a password instead. And of course, if you want to skip this for now, you can press skip over here on the left side. And of course, you can set up the password later in the phone's setting. I'm gonna actually set up a simple PIN code. So let's say 4 zeros and let's go next. And then we need to enter the same password again and press confirm. There we go. Now we can also set up the fingerprint unlock after scrolling all the way down. But of course, you don't have to do this right now. You can press not now and once again, set it up later in the settings. I'm gonna actually skip this for now. Then there is also the face unlock and we can do the same thing, but I'm just gonna skip. Here we have the option to copy apps and the data from our Google account. So essentially, if you have a backup on your Google Drive, then you can proceed and get the backup. Otherwise, you can press do it later and then once again confirm to do it later. Then we have Google services such as location. We can also allow scanning. We can send usage and diagnostic data and so on. So we can tap on these switchers, for example, if you don't want to use any of these things. So let's say I'm going to disable location for now, but I'm going to keep this option over here and then we can press accept. Now we have the choice to use backup for your device. And you can decide if you want to back up photos and videos on your Google account, as well as other device data. If you don't want to back up any of these things, then you can uncheck these boxes, and then you can press turn on backup. In my case, I'm gonna actually not agree to create the backup. I don't want to create backup, so I'm gonna press don't backup on the left side. And there we go. Now, after that, we need to select our default browser and search engine. So let's press next. Here we have the list of different browsers. If you don't know which one you should choose, if you are not familiar with any of these, then most likely you can choose Google Chrome, as I believe this is the most basic, most standard, and most suitable for average user browser. And then we're gonna press set as default. And now over here we have the search engine, and here the most popular choice is Google, so definitely we're gonna choose this one, and then we can press set as default. Now over here we have information about the limited warranty. So we can choose the country where we bought our phone from this list. But that is only to read about the limited warranty. Essentially, we need to go next in the bottom right corner. Now over here, we have information about Google AI features such as Gemini, which is the new assistant, Circle to search, and so on. So we can press next in order to proceed. Then we have some safety features, information about them over here. We're gonna just press next. Then we have the quick share where we can see how it works. We can read about it a little bit. And then if you scroll all the way down, we can agree to use this quick share feature. So I'm just gonna agree. And then we can proceed. Now we have the Google Pay, so you can immediately add your credit or debit card for contactless payments. If you want to do so, just press next and follow the instructions. In my case, I don't want to do that right now, and I'm just gonna skip. Of course, once again, later on, you can set it up in the settings. And then we have some additional things that we can do with our phone before we see the home screen. And so you can go through these if you want to, for example, immediately change the wallpaper or, I don't know, do any of these things that we have listed here. I'm gonna actually press no thanks. I don't want to be bothered with this right now. Then we have the information about updates from Google hardware. So if you want to get information on your email from Google, then of course you can sign in, you can agree. I don't want to be bothered with the spam about Google hardware, so I'm just gonna decline. Now over here we have the swipe to navigate option, so you can use gestures in order to navigate on your phone. So you can press try it if you actually prefer to use the gestures. On the other hand, if you prefer to use buttons at the bottom of the screen, then you can press skip, and this is what I'm gonna do. I prefer to use actually no, it seems that we are using gestures anyway. So after that we can actually go to system navigation settings here. There we go. So here we can immediately switch to gesture or 3-button navigation. So in my case, I'm gonna actually choose 3-button navigation. This is my preferred method of navigation. And there we go. Now we can tap the home button in order to go to your home screen, or if you use the gestures, you need to simply swipe up from the bottom. And there we go. We have our home screen. So the initial configuration is done. Now we can go through settings in order to set up your phone. Of course, we can swipe up in order to go to the app drawer. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye.